There are like a few blank entries.
Wait, can you export it as a PDF? Do you think that'd be easier?
Okay.
Because some of them, right, they're so long that within the row itself you have to scroll. Like there's a bar to scroll.
Okay. Like this?
Hold up.
Okay.
I see.
Okay, much better.
I see.
Oh, but you can't zoom in.
Then what's the point now? Okay. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Oatmilk Lesbian.
Hey everyone.
So today we're doing our very first episode of this new series that we started, the one with the fuck ass video of us pretending to fucking cry. So it's the Oatmilk Hotline, episode 1, or is it part 1? Whatever lah, episode.
It's first
part,
episode.
Fuck,
Yes.
yeah. So who's starting?
You can start. So we're gonna be reading your stories and also sharing our insights and advice to your problems.
Okay. Okay, some of it at the start is a bit like short. That was before we like released the thing that we said like, oh, can you guys be a bit more detailed? Okay, anyway. I've been talking to this girl for 3 months, been on 5 dates. I'm a butch, she's a femme. But the problem is we haven't held hands or kissed at all. I've never dated a woman before since I just recently came out and started dating, but I'm so insanely nervous because I'm butch. I think there's this expectation for me to make the move, but I'm just so nervous. IDK if I can do it. Every time there's a chance, I find myself wanting to run away. Maybe it's because of some internalized phobia or trauma, or maybe it's because I'm so scared at being a bad kisser. What should I do? How did you guys process or move on from your internalized phobia if you ever had to, especially when I'm still living with my homophobic and religious family, or just the nervousness in general?
We are also living with homophobic and religious family.
Uh,
Well, not really like homophobic anymore lah, but you get the point. But it sounds like a
Wow.
lot of issues.
This is tough way. This is tough. I cannot remember. Okay, for me, right, the reason why I don't think I was scared to kiss a woman was because I started out drunk kissing men. So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be a bad kisser because I already have practice rounds anyway. So I don't know, maybe kiss men or don't. That's kind of disgusting. Never mind.
I feel like it's okay if it's bad. The first kiss I had was with a woman.
Damn.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
is the spin the bottle one?
yeah, it's the spin the bottle one. Basically, when I kissed her, she didn't know that it was my first kiss, and I don't want to tell people obviously because it's like I don't want you to have the satisfaction that you're my first time. So I knew that I think she probably knew lah because like when I kissed her, I actually asked her, okay, rate that kiss from 1 to 10. And at first she was like, oh, it was a 5. I felt like you were very stiff and everything. Then I was like, okay, can you teach me how to do better? And she did. And later on, she gave me an 8. So I would say just go for it and just like ask them how you can do better. Because, okay, yeah, it's very scary and it's like very embarrassing for your ego and everything. But then honestly, everyone needs to go through it like a rite of ritual, a rite of passage. So it's okay if it's bad. And if you don't end up with this person, you can meet more new people who are gonna appreciate your way of kissing.
Actually, I don't think like, I mean, all these kind of things, I feel like you can just communicate it to your partner though, or the person that you're dating. Like, hey, I've never kissed anyone before.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, you could just talk about it, I feel. And then if they want to say some shit about it, leave.
Yeah.
Fucking leave.
And you know, actually, if you communicate that, I feel like the chances of you getting a compliment is higher. Because then, like, let's say if you don't tell the person anything, they're gonna assume you kiss tons of people and why the fuck are you still a bad kisser? But like, yeah, if you actually kiss the person well and you've told them like, by the way, I've never kissed anyone, I feel like a lot of times people get like more compliments on that rather than not. So yeah, you should just
Yeah,
tell them
yeah,
like you've
that's
never kissed
true.
anyone.
That's very true.
And about your homophobic parents, don't know what to say. Rent is high. There's really no way about it except live with them. Okay, I don't know actually what religion your parents are, but let's say if your parents are like Christian, like Zoe and I, it's gonna be hard because Christians are pretty hardcore about
Gays.
gays, and
Sexuality.
but I think for now, if you're not ready to tell them or anything, you should just keep it on the down low or probably tell them. But it depends on whether you want to bring the girl back or not too. Because if you have intentions of bringing a girl back, okay, I feel like this is also another rite of passage. You have to go through it anyway. It's obviously not ideal for anyone, but unless you can get to the point where you're financially stable to move out and be away from them, then
Correct.
yeah. But other than that, unfortunately, you have to deal with it.
Yeah, it's a bit tough lah. You're in a tight spot, that's it. You're just in a tight spot, full stop. Yeah.
Is that the end?
No, there was something about like moving on from internalized phobia. Phobia of what? Is it internalized homophobia or internalized phobia of kissing women? I don't fucking know. But anyway, in terms of internalized homophobia, actually, I feel like, okay, this actually kind of relates to your environment also, I feel. So that's why it's really tough. For me, like, I got rid of my internalized homophobia because I was like eventually like fuck it, and I started going into more environments and spaces where I felt safe. So it's a bit hard to get rid of the internalized homophobia if you are in a very oppressive environment, you know? Or at least like, okay, if let's say your home is oppressive, right? For me, right, back then, yeah, my home was like very homophobic back then. So I would find these other spaces outside of home, like with my friends, with all of these social groups that I had, and I would just spend more time with them lah. That's what I did actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you don't even have to find like gay spaces as long as you have supportive friends who are straight and really good allies. I think that's like already such a huge step from a different environment.
Yeah. I think it's a start. I think it'd be a good start. Yeah. Just get out of the house, that's it. Okay, is that all?
Yep.
That was a short one. Okay. Oh my god, this one. Also short. I can't wait till we get to the long ones. The long ones are crazy.
By the way, actually our first entry was I wish I had a sister.
Okay, I was the one who entered that in.
Oh!
Oh, you were testing the Google form.
What the hell? Okay. Help me, please. I'm in the USA. I'm 28, female. This is like a Reddit post already.
Yeah.
And recently realized my lack of interest in dating is because I am a lesbian.
Oh.
But I love the rural Midwest. I was
know what
there
that
too. I don't know why you love it.
What's a rural?
Literally the college that my town was in.
So basically a dead town.
Yes.
Okay.
A town with just maybe like
Oh,
less
people.
than 1,000 people kind of vibes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of nice. Don't you think?
Well, it's nice if you have a wife.
Okay.
There are no lesbians here for me to date. Exactly.
Yeah.
The only ones I've met so far, I met in high school and are married to each other. What do I do? I would move if I could, but it is so expensive in America to try to move states. That's actually true. Our wages are still $7.25 in my state. Are you fucking serious? That was how much I made as well. To move where the gays are is mathematically impossible. What do I do?
Shit, this is really like, I don't know, protests the government.
Yeah, it's really expensive.
Honestly, there ain't shit to do. There ain't much shit to do. Work
Long
hard,
distance.
Work hard, save up, get a work from home remote job, you know. Actually, I would really actually like to know what you do for a living though. Like, that would help actually.
Yeah, $7.25 is actually the minimum wage. So, I think it's very hard in rural areas to find a higher paying wage. They always just stick to the minimum.
Okay, this may not be a lesbian thing. Okay, but anyway, I just wanted to say that like, okay, this is my way of giving advice in terms of what to do in this situation. Because back before I did the photography and videography and content creation and social media, whatever, I was earning $6.50 an hour. And that was like fucked up. That was fucking shit. I could barely pay my fucking bills. So I had to like really upskill myself. Just keep on adding skills, marketing myself, like really marketing myself, going out of my way to talk to people and network with people and try to find all sorts of opportunities if I can, whenever I can. And I was able to build a lot from that. So if like, let's say your wages aren't doing anything for you, you could do that in terms of like your career as well. I feel like that is one of the only ways out, you know? Because fuck long distance actually.
Yeah, but you seem to want to be in the rural Midwest as well. So
That's why I work from home remote job. Get a work from home, like fully remote job.
Yeah.
And I don't know, learn coding or some shit. Actually, learning coding is pretty good.
yeah,
Yeah. You can work from home and then you can travel while you are doing your digital nomad thing.
yeah. I mean, like, for me, how I see your situation, since you are pretty set on being in the rural Midwest, right? Um, upskill and market yourself well, and also get like a digital job so that you can like fully work from home remotely. And at the same time, I think perhaps your chances of meeting someone is going to be outside of the Midwest, if not in the Midwest. I mean, but Midwest is kind of big though, actually. So there's like a lot of places in the Midwest anyway, and I think you can find people on the apps too. But let's say if you do find someone who's pretty far out from the Midwest, you I don't know, since you really, really want to stay in the Midwest, there's like really no other way except doing long distance and like eventually getting married and for your partner to move over to where you stay. But I think that's gonna be a challenge if you do want to stay in the Midwest lah. Unless you really, really like beat all the odds and you actually found someone who wants to move to the Midwest with you. It's not a bad thing to want to stay in the Midwest. It's just that maybe it's not everyone's cup of tea. And basically your pool is gonna be a lot smaller, but whose pool isn't small at this point?
Pool's not gonna be small. Pool's gonna be tiny.
Yeah.
Tiny as fuck. 1,000 people.
Well, my town had 8,000 people. I mean, that's still kind of less, but
No, that's very little.
yeah.
You know, government schools here also have more than that. Like in that one school, you have more students in that one fucking school than
Actually-
the entire goddamn town. Wait, so then your school, right, your college, how many people were in there?
2,000 people, so we are like 1/4 of the town.
Are you serious? You only had 2,000 people in the school?
Yeah.
Were you all like the same batch or like similar batch?
No, it's all different. Like the first year to fourth year,
How big are your classes?
quite big actually.
But those are the common classes, right? What about the more like specialized ones?
Specialized ones, I would say depends also, but the classes, the space is a lot bigger than my high school space.
Not the space, the people.
The people, oh, one class could have like 20 people. Yeah.
Tiny. But okay. Because for me in uni, right, there was like lecture and then there's tutorial. So there's two different. So lecture will be like big one, like a few hundred.
Okay.
Then tutorial will be around 25. 20 or 25. So the one you split lah.
Okay, I think the system is different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yours is just like lectures full on and it's just like 20 people for specialized one.
Yes.
Damn, that's fucking small.
Yeah, it's really small.
That is tiny. Oh my god.
30 people is a stretch for a class because they want everyone to like collaborate and like get to know each other. That's why they make the classes so small. Yeah. But yeah, it's a small town. Actually though, when I was in the small town I had a blast, but it's probably because it's a college town. There are a lot of gays and my school has a lot of gays. So I think if you go to Madison in Wisconsin, that's probably like where all the gays at too. It's also in the rural Midwest.
I don't know where that is, but okay.
Yeah. It's just like close by. A lot of Malaysians go there.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, like I remember when I met one of my friends there, she asked me, how many Malaysians do you have? My school is so small, we don't have a lot of Malaysians. Then I was like, how many Malaysians do you have? She was like, oh, just 99. And I'm like, that's a fucking lot of Malaysians. I just have 3, including me. The fuck?
Lol.
Yeah, so it's like even bigger there. Anyway,
Okay, that's it. Oh my god, this one is okay. This one's not that long. Okay, it's not that long. Sometimes I feel like the dating pool for WLWs is really small. We were just saying. Can't believe I'm basically going to be flying in March for some funsies. That's good. I think about why I'm doing this. Is it just to fill a void because I find it hard to be alone and just using bodies to pass those lonely nights?
you sound like a man.
Although I'm in therapy, I know there's a lot more to unlearn, and I suppose compared to before, where I would immediately just have meaningless one-night stands, I think it's better this time round. There's a gap in the duration where I'm just taking my time for myself and allowing those emotions to wash past me. I suppose any thoughts, roasts, and advice are welcome. P.S. I love y'all so muchy. Thank you for your podcast, and I'm literally trying my best to get more moolah to send to you. Y'all, because I believe that your podcast really helped a lot of people out here, and just to give back, because I know y'all put in a lot of time and money into this.
Thank you. That's sweet.
Shit. You do
Damn.
sound like a man.
Yeah, you do be sounding like a man.
Yes, you sound like a man in his thoughts, you know.
Yeah.
Fuck boys in his thoughts.
You sound like
On
a Pisces
Twitter.
man.
Fuck.
This Pisces man behavior.
I mean, at least you're questioning it though, and at least you're in therapy. I think that's a good step.
Yeah.
Meaningless? I think it's better. So it's no longer meaningless one night stands. What do you mean?
I'm assuming that you don't want to date because you don't like the whole recycling bin thing, right? Because you're like, oh, the pool is so small, but you're like going around like to other countries having some fun. I think maybe you should ask yourself what you want, you know? Because like, I find it hard to be alone just using bodies to pass these lonely nights. But why, like, what do you want? Like, do you want a relationship? Is that it?
Why do you want a relationship?
Yeah, why do you want a relationship?
And why is it hard to pass lonely nights? Okay, here's the thing, right? Okay, I understand, but I also don't understand. You know, like when some people are just like, oh, I don't want to be alone.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I feel like being in your own presence and your own space is quite comforting, don't you think?
Actually, it is really comforting.
Yeah, it is. But I feel like it takes a lot to get there. It takes
I
a
agree.
lot to get there. Like, I feel like if you're really, really unhealed and all of that, and your thoughts are just like there, like it's going to be very hard to be alone and by yourself. Yeah. So maybe that is the issue, and that is why you're using people because you're avoiding something.
Yeah, I think it's very like you know when you're alone it's a lot easier to want to find distractions and all of that. Cause like okay, like for example, a lot of people when they're alone, what they tend to do is just go on Netflix because they don't have to use their brain. But something is like already engaging in front of them, but probably you're looking for something more. So that's why you're like sleeping around with people. But you should also ask yourself, like, if you do want to be alone, like, do you want to be okay with being alone as well? Because if you don't, then you should get into a relationship, but you should also ask yourself why you want a relationship. But I think it's helpful for everyone to know how to be alone.
Yes. Yes, because if not, then you're going to be like super reliant on another person and you're going to be getting into relationships just because you feel lonely, and that will kind of like cloud your judgment and cloud your thinking. You will end up making decisions based on not wanting to be lonely rather than you actually thinking that person is someone you actually want to be with, you know?
Yeah.
So learn to be alone.
And I think once you learn to be alone, you also know what you want. Like you know what you want in a relationship, or you know what you want in life in
Yeah.
general. So you would feel less lonely because you enjoy your presence. And you can start doing things like maybe painting or like creating
Yes.
stuff. Like
Yes.
self-expression really does help with
Yes.
feeling alone, because yeah, you're painting, you're expressing yourself. It always
Yeah.
feels good.
Yeah, I always like whenever like okay on some I do this very rarely because I don't have the time, but I so agree with the painting thing because there are times right when I just really want to be in my own space. I just turn on like jazz music and light up some like scented candles, and then I just start painting in my room, and that's it. And I have a really great time. Yeah, it's fun. You should do it. That's it.
Yep. And thank you so much for the support.
Next one. Wow. Okay, there's another blank entry.
Hello! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Feel free to refer me as F. I need to admit something really important. I haven't had the chance to even tell my closest friends this because I'm a bit ashamed lah. Basically, I want to cut ties with my parents. They aren't bad parents per se, but they never accepted my older brother for having a low-ranking job, a Chinese girlfriend, and they almost disowned my sister for wanting to marry a man with lower salary than hers.
Oh damn.
Oh, there's a lot going on. There's so much more I could write, but I'll keep it to myself for now. Anyways, that's more than enough proof lah. I, a lesbian who's studying art, will never be accepted either. Lesbian studying art. I honestly not that scared of cutting ties with them. Sure, I do love them, despite everything they've done and said to my siblings, and I have gone through a lot because of our parents. We understand each other more than they ever could. It's a huge decision to make, but I've made my peace with it. In brackets, for more context, I'm Malay Muslim girl with super religious and conservative parents.
Oh. Okay.
Y'all
if
have a
you're-
lot going on.
If you're still studying though and you cut ties with them, how are you gonna support yourself? I
Yeah.
think that okay, I'm gonna like approach this from a more logical perspective. Like for a lot of us, like I remember back then, and I think this goes for a lot of like lesbians as well. It's like, oh, we will never come out until we are financially stable enough to fully support ourselves. You know, and I think the same should go with cutting ties with your parents, because if you're not able to financially support yourself and you cut ties with your parents, you're gonna be having a really hard time and you may be out in the streets.
Yeah, the streets ain't cool.
Yeah, so I feel like, you know, you don't have to be ashamed if you want to cut ties with your parents. That's fine. I think if, you know, they sound pretty unaccepting of a lot of things, and if that bothers you and there's more going on, yeah, don't be ashamed to cut ties lah. But at the same time, just make sure you can financially support yourself before you do that, you know.
Yeah, I agree. And I feel like you can also see their financial support as a means to take from them. I know that's like a stretch and everything, but you know, it does sound like you really, how to say, I know you say that like you know, you've made peace with it and everything, but it does seem like you do hold a lot of resentment to your parents. And honestly, I feel like the reparation they can do for you, the least is at least financial support. So you can see it that way, and hopefully that makes you feel less bad about how they're treating you. Because I mean, of course, money isn't everything lah. Like at the end of the day, money cannot buy the fact that they have these beliefs and they have these values and they're not going to change, and they've hurt you and your siblings a lot. Honestly, these are pretty like unloving things to hear from parents.
Yeah.
But I think if you change your perspective on the money thing, it can ease it a little bit.
I think also when you become financially stable and you become like financially independent, it makes it a lot easier for you to confront these issues with your parents. Because that's what happened for me as well. When I was still like financially depending on my parents, I couldn't say shit to them. Like I would be so scared to say anything to them or confront them about anything, right? I mean, I would still say shit lah. I always say shit lah, but I wouldn't like confront to the level that I do right now. And ever since I became financially independent, you know, I would actually call my dad out on shit, and I would like just scold him straight up, and I would try to make him understand, you know, because like if I know that if anything happens, I'll be fine. So I think once you get to the financially independent stage, everything will be a lot easier, to be honest.
Yeah. And also like I think your dynamics with your parents will change as well.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna start seeing you more as an adult. And yeah, sometimes you will feel a lot more powerful once you start being an adult,
Yeah.
busting ass, getting that bread.
Yeah.
And you should feel entitled to call them out too.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's like you're their kid, they're your parents. Sure, there's respect, but also if you're really family, then you should be able to call each other out
Yeah.
from a place of love, obviously.
Yes. So yeah, that's that. I can't wait to get to the long ones, not gonna lie. You know how like in the coming out story and the horror stories, right? We're like, what the fuck is this so long? It's not that we don't like it, we're just like, fuck, it's so long. But here we're like, oh, can't wait to get to the long one.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Both of you have worked hard. Is this a question? Both of you have worked hard. Truly appreciate what you both have presented to us so far. I've learned a lot of information in every episode. I understand more about being a lesbian, how to be a good partner, and how to have a healthy relationship. And basically, how to be better as a human being. I'm struggling a lot with being a lesbian in Malaysia. To narrow it down in Selangor, I'm not in the community, but I don't have friends that are lesbian or gay, so I'm basically alone. To come across your videos on YouTube is like free therapy session for me. So please keep going. I'm sure both of you know that you have helped a lot of us with your videos. Thank you so much for sharing your stories. Okay, I don't think there was a question in this.
But thank you so much.
F here, I misclicked while typing my submission, so it might sound a bit goofy. I'm very clumsy. Please forgive me. I love you guys. That was the empty entry.
Oh, okay.
It's fine, F. It's fine.
Maybe I'm just being so sensitive right now, but I low-key hate it when my girlfriend prefers to spend time with her friends instead of with me. I mean, I like hanging out with my friends too, of course, but she once shortened our date just to go watch a movie with her friend. And just yesterday was our 2 years anniversary. Congratulations. 2 years anniversary. We had this super cute plan to watch our favorite childhood cartoon all day, but we only ended up watching half an episode before she leaves my place because her friends invited her to hang out. I know I should talk to her about it, but I don't want to sound like a jealous, clingy, you can only hang out with me person. No, but how you feel is valid because what the fuck?
Yeah, no, that's your 2-year anniversary though.
Your girlfriend is wrong.
Yeah, no, actually, yeah, you should talk to her about it. And I don't think, okay, some people are going to paint you, some people are definitely going to paint you as you can only hang out with me, clingy person. Some people are definitely going to paint you as that. And if she paints you as that, then that is her problem, that is not your problem. Because at the end of the day, people are going to say a lot of shit about you whether you like it or not. So just let go of this like thing where you want people to perceive you a certain way and just talk to her about it. Because it's honestly completely valid. Like, if on my 2-year anniversary, my partner fucking fucks off and spends time with their friends and doesn't even go through the plan with me, I'll be like, what the fuck? This is supposed to be our special day. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah,
I'll
exactly.
be upset as fuck.
I think you're asking for the bare minimum.
Yeah.
And also like, okay, I'm not too sure about like how the other times are spent and everything, but it does sound like your love language is quality time. And if she can't meet it and she labels you as a clingy person, it's not really because you're a clingy person, it's because that's your love language. And if it's something that she cannot fulfill, then it's, well, it may not be on her actually. Maybe you guys have different love languages. But also at the same time, this 2-year anniversary thing is like too much lah.
Yeah, it's too much.
It's disrespectful. I would
Yeah.
take it personally and I would see it as a sign of disrespect.
Yes, it is a sign of disrespect.
Yeah.
No, that is fucking crazy. No, you're not wrong. You're not in the wrong for being angry. If I were you, I would be so mad. So mad.
Yeah, I would literally
I would cry, yell at them. I mean, what the does this mean nothing to you? No lah.
yeah.
Another blank entry.
Damn.
And then another short one. Any advice regarding young WLW relationships? Young? How young is young? If they're minors, no. Secondly, if they are below the age of 23, if you are below the age of 23, maybe just date and make mistakes.
Yeah.
I don't know, I would say date and make mistakes because if I didn't make all the fucking mistakes I made in my previous relationships, I would not learn. I would not know what I fucking want, you know?
Majority of these young WLW relationships come out with mental illness. So
Yes. And it's just for your character development, full stop.
it is. Unfortunately, it will have to be done because of the plot.
Yeah, the
Not that
plot.
yeah, not that you want to do it for the plot. It will be done because of the plot. So I don't know. It's a rite of passage once again.
Yeah, just fuck up. Just get heartbroken. Just get heart. It's fucked up to say that, but you know what? It's inevitable. Whether you're straight, whether you're gay, it's inevitable to get heartbroken. So just get heartbroken, learn some fucking lessons. I don't know, cry a bit and all of that, and then learn what you want from it, you know? At
Yeah.
least get something out of it, right?
Just know that it's not the end of the world, even though it feels like it at the time.
Okay.
Coming out problem. I hate how they don't export with the emojis because I saw it just now on the sheets.
Oh, they don't export with emojis.
No.
That's so sad.
Yeah. You guys should use all those old school emoticons with us so that we can actually see them in text. Coming out problem. I came out to my siblings a few months ago. They were fine with it. Plus, my youngest brother is bisexual. But he would make homophobic jokes to me. So he's bisexual with internalized homophobia. Got it. Anyway, my mom suspected that I was bi because last time I would bring my ex-GF for sleepover. My mom didn't like her at all. But maybe it's a her problem lah. Because sometimes, you know, like when parents don't like someone, it's pretty much like their
Yes.
problem. It's not really because... But maybe also your mom could be homophobic. I'm not sure.
Actually, I feel like sometimes our parents they know how to spot like, you know,
Yeah.
good and bad people in your life. So maybe sometimes listen to your mom.
Yeah, sometimes it's not because they're homophobic. Maybe it's just the person. I don't know if it's because of her attitude or my mom just doesn't want to admit that I'm a lesbian. My mom is that type of person that doesn't say anything about it, but she acts to it, you know what I mean? So for example, she didn't like my ex, so she wouldn't start a conversation with her. My ex was also a bitch anyway, haha. Yeah lah, like that. I don't know how to come out of it because it's really obvious that I like girls.
Then you don't need to come out already lah. Just keep bringing girls home.
Yeah. Recently, my mom kept saying that I dress like a boy. Oh, that's hot. Because like I'm more masculine, and I said, yep. Whenever I thought of coming out to my parents, I want to throw up. Valid. Okay, not only that, last Christmas, my mom's brother-in-law or my uncle or whatever, he said that me being too close with the girl is too much because he doesn't want me to become a lesbian.
fuck
Well,
your
I am.
uncle.
Yeah, fuck your uncle.
Fuck your uncle.
That's all that I need to say, and I think I wouldn't pressure myself to come out to my parents. I'm just scared that if I did came out, what if they disown me?
Don't come out, lor. Oh, actually, honestly, I feel like your mom already knows, lah.
Yeah.
Your mom like sounds like she knows already, and maybe your uncle suspects as well. That's why he's particularly going out of his way to say these things. Because in any other situation, if it were any other woman or every other woman, when you see another girl hang out with another girl, nobody will fucking say that, right? Because everybody always sees like girl and girl, oh besties and all of that. But if your uncle is saying this, he probably suspects too.
Yeah, I think everyone in the
Yeah.
family knows.
So I think you don't have to come out, and yeah, you don't have to pressure yourself to coming out.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Shit. What if they disown me? I was so scared of this once though. I was like so scared of getting disowned. I think we all have been scared of getting disowned.
Yeah, literally during my coming out, I told them, you can disown me. But I don't know. It really depends lah. I think like it's really a 50-50 thing. Because I thought my parents would disown me.
Yeah.
But I mean, it wasn't great too, like the things they said. But like you may be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, but don't find out until you are ready to find out lah.
Yeah.
Don't find out until you are financially and emotionally and mentally ready to find out.
Yeah.
You know. So that's all. Wow, actually quite short, yeah, our advice. I would expect.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, so
next one.
we can just finish the first page lah.
Ooh. Hi, so last summer I met an incredible girl while being on vacation. It's one of those stories.
Incredible girl.
We ended up dating for the entire vacation. We spent every day together, shared a hotel room, etc. But we had decided that because of an age gap, we would break up when we get back home. I'm just curious how big this age gap is.
We were always concerned.
Now after this, we stayed in touch and talked basically every day and made plans to see each other again, in bracket as friends. But as she went back to work, she stopped texting me as much and it got me a bit worried, in bracket, especially since I had a lot of free time being on summer break. At the end of summer, I called her to book plane tickets, but she told me, wow, shit, damn hard to read. She told me she started feeling a bit uncomfortable about it, wanted to cancel the plans. At first, I was fine with it, but then I broke down and started crying. I wanted to talk with her about how I felt like she was pulling away, how it was hurting me and what was happening, if she was okay, etc. But when I asked her to talk, she said no. That was the last time we ever talked to each other. I tried giving her space and even tried to forget about it, but she would not answer my texts. Now this is kind of haunting me because I still don't know what happened, and she kept talking about how she wanted us to go do stuff together and how we'd stay in touch no matter what. I stopped messaging her a few months ago, but we still follow each other and we don't like each other's posts. I know I shouldn't be trying to reconnect with an ex, but I was thinking about testing the waters and liking one of her posts. Okay. I really struggle making peace with the idea of never talking to her again. All I want is to stay in touch with her and get closure. What do you think? Should I try messaging her again, go slowly and like one of her posts, try to let this go? If yes, how? Please help me. First of all,
Are you the older one or the younger one?
sounds like you're the younger one. No one lie, sounds like you're the younger one. I don't fucking... Summer break, ma.
But you never know. They could be the older one as well.
Okay, is this here summer break? I'm on my summer break.
Okay.
Okay, no, first of all, okay, it sounds like you really, really just want closure or you are pussy whipped. And you really
Lol,
want closure.
pussy whip.
Okay, I'm just saying that like, you are never going to ever be in a situation in life where every single situation you go through, you will have closure. There's no way in hell. So honestly, if she says she doesn't want to talk to you, just let it be, just let it go. Don't try to like beg for her to talk to you. Because first of all, it's not worth it. Second of all, just respect her boundaries. Number 3, you don't need to get closure from another person. You can find closure yourself. That's what I feel.
Yeah. I don't really have anything to say except that I think that sometimes I think people might have reasons for things that they don't want to discuss. It's shitty. It's shitty to not have that discussion, but also at the same time, like it shouldn't like take up your mind rent free lah.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, people have their own version of what happened. You have your own version of what happened. Like, and it sucks that, of course, you know, she was saying about how, like, oh, we're going to keep in touch, we're going to do this,
Yeah.
we're going to do that. So that's on her for making false promises to you. But that is kind of your closure too. The fact that she is a person that is not of her word.
Yes.
And she just says things and doesn't really like see through them. So
Yeah.
I feel like if I were in your shoes, that would be closure enough to me.
Yeah. For me,
Yeah.
I feel like closure is more like you just see the situation as it is and you just accept it as it is. Like, let's say, for example, if I were in your situation and she doesn't want to talk to me, like, what else can I do? What else can you do about it? Like, I'm not going to waste my time, spend so much time, so much energy thinking about why doesn't she want to talk to me? What should I do? Blah, blah, blah. Because in her eyes, that is the decision already. It is
Yeah.
done. I don't want to talk to you, it is done. And you're here on the other side, like, oh, like, I want to reconnect, I want to stay friends, I want to do this, I want to do that. And you keep thinking about it, but that person is not reciprocating at all. It's like, it's done,
Yeah.
full stop, in their eyes. So that is enough, you know?
And also, like, sometimes people are just like a summer bae. They're not more than that. And, you know, this should probably give you some preliminary insight into a potential relationship if you ever have one with her. Like, yeah, it sounds like she's going to keep stonewalling you. And I don't think you want that in a partner.
Yeah.
Because maybe, yeah, she was incredible during the vacation. Everyone's incredible when they're happy, when they're like
Yeah.
on vacation, when they're like
Yeah.
their best and most relaxed self. But it's what they do when they are past the vacation stage, when they're
Yes.
during the everyday stage, the
Yes.
BAU stage.
Yes.
So,
correct.
I mean, to me, I feel like it sounds like you dodged a bullet. You
Yeah.
probably should see it that way.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like don't look at a person based on how they are for only like a very small period of time. Like, you're really right.
Yeah.
You should see a person, what they do every day, how they are every day, because that is who they actually are.
Yeah. And you know, sometimes you don't know that sometimes some things might save you. Because let's say, have I ever had this experience before? Maybe not. But I think there are some times where people have that experience where it's like so great with someone, but they don't end up with that person. But they keep thinking, oh, that's the one that got away, like this and that. But you don't know actually. Maybe you dodge a bullet. You never know what's working behind the scenes that is in your favor.
Yes.
And you should actually think about it that way, that you are
correct.
always being protected.
Correct. It's like, I totally agree with that, you know, thinking that, like, okay, if it's meant for me, it's meant for me. If it's not, then it won't happen. You know, something better will come along.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, there's a reason why she's not replying you, because some other pussy is gonna get you pussy whipped. Some other bitch is gonna get you pussy whipped, even more pussy whipped.
Yeah.
But
And
not
you,
in a bad way.
and you probably don't know if like she has some skeletons in her closet that is like fucked.
I interpreted that literally at first.
What, like actual skeletons in the closet? What the
I was
hell?
like, what the hell? Are you talking about a fucking murderer?
No.
Yeah.
But my point is,
Yeah. So it's all good. Just, you know, let it be. Just let it be.
I know when you're hearing it from people who are not in your situation, it sounds very like,
Yeah.
you know, forget about it. But actually,
Yeah.
like maybe 3 months down the line, you might look at it and be like, yeah, I'm so grateful that didn't happen. One thing I believe that you will always find out why. So even if you don't bank on it too much, it may appear to you one day. So you might
Yeah.
find out why.
Okay, I'm gonna use this as an example. Rachie.
Okay.
Or we're gonna bleep the person's name out.
Yeah, sure.
Rachie, she, for a few months after the breakup with you know who,
Okay.
yeah, she was very hung up on like wanting to get back together with him. But then she would keep coming to me and telling me those kind of stuff. Then I just let her, you know, just get in her feels and then just tell me stuff. And I don't say anything lah. I just let her express, you know. And eventually she woke the fuck up, and now she's in a very happy relationship. She's in a very healthy and happy relationship, and she's really happy right now. So that is a very good example of, you know, something better will come along. Like, if it's meant for you, it's meant for you.
Sometimes when you find out, you will know why.
Next one, spill tea, ... duh.
How do you make a move for the first kiss with the girl you're dating? We already answered in the beginning.
How do you make a move for the first... Just ask her.
Like,
Or you just wait for the moment and just kiss the person up.
yeah. you can just take a straightforward approach like, hey, want to make out? Like, just play it cool. Or you can just, if you guys are feeling it, touchy feely, all of that, and you're like staring into each other's eyes a bit too long, then yeah.
Actually,
It's
you
really
should
simple.
You should just go for it. There was one time I was in bed with someone. We were
Damn,
just
casually
watching-
in bed with someone.
No, yeah. We were just watching a movie because we just like eat and everything. I was just talking. We were watching a movie. I was talking. Suddenly she fucking kissed me. Then I was like, okay.
Yeah, sometimes it just happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suddenly she just fucking kissed me, and then I was just like, okay, cool. Let's
Yeah.
go with it. Yeah, just kiss the person.
I
Or
was just
ask. I mean, kiss the person if you kind of like know that they are kind of like okay with it. Don't just kiss someone randomly
yeah,
without
yeah.
their consent. If it's someone you're not sure of, then you ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was also in bed with someone. We were playing card games and suddenly just happened. It was suddenly just happened, by the way. So just relax.
Okay, wait. What were you guys doing?
Doing tarot.
Oh wait, and then you all just started making out?
Yeah.
Wait, who started it? Was it you?
I don't remember, but we were both drunk.
And then you were drunk doing tarot and started making out.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of funny. Yeah.
Yeah, don't overthink it.
Yeah, don't overthink it. Or you can just ask. There's one time I was also like sitting on the couch with another girl, and she's like, "Want to make out?" I'm like, "Okay, cool." Then we made out and we brought it to the bedroom.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. That's all. It's
Yeah,
pretty,
yeah, yeah.
It's really simple. It's really simple.
Pretty chill.
It's really simple. I know, like first kiss thing is kind of like, oh.
Yeah.
But like, it's fine. It's chill. It's chill. After you get over the first kiss, you'll be like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Then you
easy.
Yeah.
It's easy.
And if they reject you, just throw tomatoes in their car.
Did you do that?
No.
What do you mean? Just throw? Why tomatoes?
No, I'm just joking. I'm kidding, for real, for real.
Okay,
If they
okay.
reject you, actually you wouldn't really get rejected, I feel.
It depends on the situation, lah.
It depends on the
But
situation.
very rarely, if this is somebody you're already like kind of going on dates with,
Yeah.
and if you just kiss the person, they won't reject you one generally.
Yeah, because I don't think you will like want to make a move on someone whom you kind of know is like not really in the same headspace as you, right?
You
So
never know some of these bitches.
okay, you never know lah, but yeah,
Just try.
it helps
Just give it a
to.
go.
I think the safest one is just to ask.
Yeah, it's always safest to ask. That's it.
Wait, whose turn is it? I forgot.
Shit. I think it's mine,
Okay.
right? I'm more of ... confused with my sexuality. I don't really know if I'm actually into girls or not. Well, you're questioning it. People around me have always been making jokes like, "Oh, you're so gay. The closet is literally made out of glass," and whatnot. From high school to university now, wherever I go, there's always rumors associating me with being gay, like in a friendly way, but I'm always in huge denial, telling everybody, no, I'm straight. Are you?
Why do you follow us?
Yeah. Maybe it's the way I dress, the way I style my hair, wolf cut. You sure you're not gay? The fact that I gym and the way I act like a femme butch, it attracts a lot of girls as well. I've had girls come and do the, ooh, I like your septum ring. You have a septum.
Oh my god, you are even
You're
gayer
gay.
than me.
Or
Jesus.
I like your necklace. And I do get fluttery. Are you sure you're not gay? But when my lesbian best friend flashes me her boobs, I realize I feel boobs.
I feel boobs.
And I don't know if I want to have sex with a girl. The romantic aspect of dating a girl I can imagine, but having sex with a girl is ... I don't know if I like it. Just want to add that I've dated men and I have had sex with men and I enjoy dick immensely.
Maybe you're bisexual.
Yeah, maybe you're bisexual. Basically, I'm just a confused individual wondering about my orientation, and I want to ask, how does one know if they're bi or likes the same gender? It sounds like you do kind of like girls though. And like, okay, basically, if I were you and nobody has ever flashed their boobs at me, and suddenly my best friend flashes her boobs at me, I would be scared too, because I'll be like, what the fuck just happened? I'll be in shock. So I don't know, I'm not invalidating your fear of boobs. I'm just saying that, I don't know, it could be something else. It could be like, maybe you were in shock, maybe you were like just taken aback, maybe you felt like you violated the person for seeing their boobs, I don't know, you know? And in terms of like whether you want to have sex with a girl, I suppose you can try. You can try having sex with a woman, like, to see how that goes, you know. I mean, of course, you need to, like, be upfront with the person that you're having sex with, and say, like, oh, yeah, I'm not so sure if I like having sex with women. I want to, like, try, but I think I may be attracted to women. I just want to figure things out. Just be upfront about it and just have sex with women.
Yeah, yeah. And honestly, I am gonna be scared if my friend flashed their boobs at me too.
I mean, you flash your boobs at me all the time.
Are you scared?
No, not scared. when you were showing me your nipple color and you were like rubbing it and like, hey, it's hard. I was like, cool. No, I wasn't scared.
Next time you should be like, oh my god, I fear boobs.
Oh my god.
Yeah, maybe it's because like that person is your best friend, so you got like taken aback.
Yeah.
But if it's someone else's boobs, maybe you might like it.
You know what I really think? I think if you're not at all attracted to women and you saw another woman's boobs, you'll be like, yeah, that's fine. So I think you may be attracted to women because
Yeah.
as a lesbian, right, even when my straight friends, right, they show me their boobs, I'll be just a bit like that. And I would just try to be respectful a bit. I'll be like this. Then they were like, don't need to do that. I'm like, okay. You know, but if another straight woman, if it's two straight women, they won't do these kind of things. They'll be like, yeah, it's boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think maybe you are attracted to women. Maybe you kind of like boobs. That's why you're scared of it.
Kind of like boobs.
Yeah, maybe that's why you're scared when somebody shows it to you in an unsolicited manner.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like you're curious and you should explore with another person who's curious as well.
Yes, I think you might actually like boobs. I genuinely think you might like boobs.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's very normal to like fear having any like sexual contact with a woman for the first time, because that was me too. But I remember like when I felt it, I was like, there's no turning back, so I was like afraid of that. So yeah,
That's true.
it's just a lot of kinds of, it's normal to get anxiety over it lah.
Yeah,
But it
yeah,
doesn't mean that, oh, you're not attracted or you're not what. But then
Yeah,
again,
yeah,
that's up to you to decide. So
Yeah. I remember when you're walking around the Airbnb naked shit in front of me, I
Wait.
was like,
which Airbnb?
yeah, Johor.
Oh,
Walking around naked. And then I was like,
wait, was I?
yeah. You were literally walking around the room naked.
Oh my god.
You slept naked too, don't you remember?
Oh yes, I did. Yes.
Yeah, you slept naked and you were walking around naked, and then you were like naked and then you're showing me your ass and you're like, oh my god, the tan line is. Then I was like, okay, cool, this is something new. Never had anyone do this around me before, but cool.
Nudity is great. It should be normalized.
Yeah.
It's healthier for your skin.
Don't fear boobs. There's nothing to fear.
Oh my god, boobs. I love that.
I should do that next time you walk around naked.
Actually. Yeah. Okay. I just got off from a long-term relationship, in brackets about 3 years. She ended things via text while we were arguing. Oh my god. After crying every day for at least 2 months, I think I'm feeling kind of okay now. We haven't met each other yet for months post breakup. I'm doing fine with my life as of now without her, and I'm not thinking of her as much anymore. She still wants to be friends, but I feel like I'm getting more and more angry at her after thinking about the times we have together. How do I navigate through these feelings?
Just be okay with being angry. Honestly, right, I've always been like, you know, I would go to my therapist like back then and I'll always be like, yeah, I'm always so fucking angry when someone does this or when someone does that, and like I'm angry and all of that. I don't want to be angry. But the point is like, what's wrong with being angry? It's a very valid emotion. Just feel angry. If you're angry about it, it's your anger is the thing that's protecting you. It's telling you that somebody has wronged you. It's
Yeah.
telling you that somebody has taken advantage of you, overstepped your boundaries. So if you are angry, just let it be. You know, that's your body protecting you.
Dykes be angry anyway.
Yeah. So just be okay with being angry. There's nothing wrong. I mean, of course, don't lash out. You know, don't act on it and don't like, you know, I don't know, puncture their car tire or scratch their car or whatever lah. Don't do that lah, you know. But just be okay with the emotions being there. Just validate your anger.
Yeah.
Just be like, yeah, I have a right to be angry. And you do have a right to be angry.
Yeah. The fuck does she mean she want to be friends? I'll be fucking pissed too. I'll be like, what the fuck do you mean? You want to be friends? And I'll be mad.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, I don't know, like, it sounds like she's very entitled because she broke up with you over text. And then in the middle of you guys arguing, and then afterwards she want to be friends. I don't know how your relationship went, but I can see why you thought about some things and you got angry, because it kind of paints a picture of her, like from the way that you are writing this story, like from your point of view. So I can understand why you're angry. Yeah, like Zoe said, just don't stop being angry. Like it's actually it's actually like normal to still feel like a lot of anger and resentment towards someone. I feel like we as a society normalize being cool and just let it go too much. No, stay bitter, stay pissed, stay pressed. Like I think it's a good way also for people not to like overstep your boundaries lah. Because sometimes your anger is your boundary.
Yeah.
So just
Yeah.
keep it there if you still want it out.
Yeah. I mean, don't stay angry forever.
Yes.
I mean, just let your anger flow. That's it. And like her coming back into your life wanting to be friends, it just sounds like she just doesn't want to let it go. She just doesn't want to let your relationship go, and it feels like she's taking the easy way out, to soothe her own emotions. So she's doing it at your expense as well.
Yeah, it sounds like she's lingering.
Yeah. So
I hate people like that.
just be angry. Just be okay with being angry.
Exactly.
I think that's a very important lesson that we all need to learn. Be okay with being angry. Everybody paints anger and being angry as this sort of violent thing. It's only violent if you act on it. But
Yeah.
being angry is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yours.
Oh, it's mine now. Here's the dilemma. No mice has reached its worst over the last couple of years. And the only stability I've got mice.
What's with the mice?
Yeah. And the only stability I've got is that I have a girlfriend of 4 years and a best friend since I was 12. I'm now 21. Okay, so that's like 9 years. 9? Yeah. I'm scared that if I lose any of the two, my life is done for. So I'm holding on for dear life to both of them. The problem with this is I think I become a people pleaser in the process, where I'm not able to process my emotions, or something where I'm losing sense of self, or even just holding on to something that is just supposed to flow naturally. I don't know, I think it's just some existentialism thinking, but I'm losing sense of self. Any advice on how to find myself again, if any of this makes sense? Haha, sorry. Well, stop holding on to things that are not meant for you. That's number one. And I just really feel like, you are basing your entire life around these two people in your life, which is fine if you have like a support system and everything, and if you love them and they love you back equally, that's completely okay. But don't base your entire life around it. It's okay to have them there, but just don't make all of your decisions, don't hold on to relationships like that because of that. Like if you are losing yourself because of these things, then let it go. Let it go and be alone, and then you'll find yourself.
I know exactly what you're talking about because I went to therapy for this before.
You did?
Yeah. I did. So I know exactly how you feel. Let me just tell you, it's very scary to see people outgrow each other, including yourself, when you realize you're a different person from how people are. And it's really up to you whether you want to keep that bond or not. Sometimes the bond will change with you and some people, and it's okay. Because and it's just kind of like a thing that happens because like at the end of the day, people are all very different people. Your best friends and your partner may feel like your whole world at this period in life, but you're just 21. Like a lot of things can happen in a few more years, and your life is going to look a lot more different. But I think the fear comes with the fear of change and not having a sense of familiarity. But I also think one thing is like you will question what's wrong with me if I don't have these people, because in a way like I kind of understand that when you have people this long and they've been in your life for so long, it also does give you a sense of achievement that you managed to maintain these relationships for so long, and in a way they build your sense of self. So I get it, but like unfortunately things will change and you cannot control that. It's something that will really that's the thing. But at the end of the day, it's always better to lose people than lose yourself, because you live your truth, you have your truth, and it sounds like your sense of identity. That's why you think you're a people pleaser, because you know what you want, and there are some things that are not really like fitting in your life anymore from these two people. And it's a scary thought, but incompatibility is not your fault. Sometimes you just grow into a different person, and yeah, it's a rite of passage. I keep saying that, but honestly, a lot of things are a rite of passage, and you just kind of have to deal with it.
I feel like you're, to a certain extent, pretty self-aware about what's going on, actually.
Yeah.
And the fact that you can acknowledge that you are people-pleasing right now, and that's okay. Like, just, okay, I feel like a good thing to start would be to maybe stop people pleasing first. The reason why you're people pleasing is because you want them in your life so badly, ma.
Yeah.
So you stop people pleasing and see if they stay or not. And if
Yeah.
they don't stay, means they no longer see value in you because they can't step on you. So in a sense, you are doing yourself a favor as well. So the first step I feel like right now is to just stop people pleasing, spend more time with yourself, spend more time on yourself, doing the things that you want to do, doing the things that you like to do, and see the people around you, you know, who is going to stay with you even while you're going through this, who is going to come into your life or who you're going to lose from it. You get what I mean? And whoever you lose, it's good for you as well. Whoever comes into your life, then those are the right people for you as well. You're going to attract the right people for you, if as long as, you know, you are just genuinely yourself. And, you know, yeah.
I think you need to believe that you are also powerful, you are also important, and you matter. Because I'm not too sure about those two people what they think about you lah, but from your point of view, it sounds like you're mostly the one who's compromising and like pleasing them, just because you put so much importance into their position in your lives. But the thing is, you are also very important, and you also matter a lot.
Yeah.
And like she said, you know, if you don't do anything, you just be yourself, you just live your truth and everything, see how they're going to react to you. And the thing is, that is actually good, because you can see if these people will grow with you or without you. And it's really all these kind of outgrowing things, right? It's not a loss to you at the end of the day.
Yeah. And I feel like if they just walk out of your life, right? For me, right? If I were in your position and I just suddenly be like, you know, genuinely live myself and just be myself, right? And then these people don't want to be around me anymore, I'll just be like, what the hell lah? You
Yeah,
know,
what the hell? Seriously.
You as a best friend or a partner, if you really do, you know, if you really are my support system, you would be supportive of the fact that I want to get to know myself more. You know, that I want to find myself, you know. So if they don't support your journey in that, then they are not, you know, a good support system. They're not good friends. They're not a good partner lah.
And I think one thing you can do is also like be okay with mourning the death of how things were. Does that make sense? I know it's so dramatic, but actually it helps.
Yeah.
Because like, of course, it sounds like you also holding on to the fact that, oh, you've had these people so long in your life and everything, and then suddenly you are outgrowing each other. So it's okay to mourn the fact that you had this incredible bond with these people in the past, but now you don't have it anymore. But I think another point of view you can look at it is also to be excited to how things can change, you know, because whether or not they may still stay in your life, that's it's, of course, it's up to them and up to you as well. But like, you can also look forward to how your relationship with them changes, and you may never know, like it may actually just be a new stage in life for a new relationship with these two people. Yeah.
You know, back then I was like always like so scared. Not so scared lah. Because I had this kind of thing where, you know how when you go to kindergarten and then you have friends, you make friends, and then you leave kindergarten and then you lose those friends and you go primary school, blah, blah. So back then to me, like every single friend group that I had always ended because that stage in life is over. And I think back then I would have this fear, or I would feel a little bit sad every single time I had a good group of friends, because I'm always like, I know it's eventually gonna end, you know? But that's the thing, you know, like eventually I learned to be okay with it. I learned to be okay with it because the good friends that I have made were not friends in high school, were not friends in primary school, not friends in kindergarten. These are people I met outside of any of my fucking school, whatever, university. I met all of them outside. Some of them inside, but majority of them are outside of anything school related, you know? And it's all I made all those friends past the age of like 15, 16, you know? 17 years old. So yeah, it's I think it's okay if you do lose friends or you lose people at this, you know, stage in life, because I mean, when you make friends with people when the two of you are younger, it's a very, very different thing altogether, because when you transition into adulthood, that's when your life really, really changes. That's when you as a person really grow. That's when you really change, you know? So if you can maintain a friendship from when you're young, then that's good lah. But if you don't, also don't think too much about it, because actually majority, I think a lot of people actually, I used to think I was the only one, but I think a lot of people actually don't maintain a lot of friendships, you know, since they were young.
Yeah, and also like it helps to have an abundance mindset, because like, okay, you lose this friend or you lose this person, but there are so many more people out there who could be more compatible with you. You just never know, and you might meet them anytime. Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. That's all.
Last one. And then for real, we're done with the episode. Hello, I wanted to talk about recent thoughts that I've had. Y'all be sharing your thoughts. I've had a girlfriend for many years now, and it's been going great, but we are reaching the point where our friends are getting married and planning for the future, while all we can do is try to work our asses off and get out of this country. This could take years of sacrifice too to stay with each other as our parents are Muslims and homophobic, and we are preparing for the worst if they find out. Any advice on how to cope the stress of this while maintaining a healthy relationship?
Oh damn, that sounds,
Sounds like a
stressful
yeah.
though. That really sounds stressful as hell. Yeah. I'm just gonna say I'm so sorry.
Yeah. It's really like
Yeah.
a tight position to be in.
Yeah.
I feel like
I think it's good though that the two of you are working towards the same thing.
yeah.
You know, at least the two of you have each other, you know. Like, yeah, it's really, really stressful. And I think like the most important thing is like the two of you actually have somebody to confide in, you know, the two of you. I think that's a good thing at least.
Yeah, and I think that I think sometimes like when you sacrifice things and when you go through hurdles, right, it can really test your relationship. I think also like it's helpful to just be okay if it doesn't work out, if that makes sense. Because you have a lot of odds against you. It's not an easy feat for anybody. It's not an easy feat for a straight man, that's for sure. Like you have so many odds working against you. You have homophobia, you have moving out of the country, you have financial stability, you have a house, you have your relationship. Like there are 5 things working against you, and it sounds really tough. And of course, like the ideal outcome is that you can eventually get married, move out of the country, and live your life free from a homophobic household. But at the same time, I think if it doesn't work out that way, like, you know, you shouldn't beat yourself up for it too.
Yeah.
It's not your fault that these are your conditions. It's not fair, but
Yeah. But I just do want to say though, because okay, I'm not in your situation at all, but basically back when I was working my ass off, I was so hung up on the final outcome that I forgot to appreciate what was around me. So I just want to say, don't forget to do that, even though the two of you are working your fucking asses off, you know, to achieve all of this. And that's great. It's good to have goals and everything. It's good to have plans together and all of that.
yeah.
But at the same time, don't forget lah to just appreciate, like, you know, the times that you have with each other now. Like, don't forget to actually intentionally take out time and just spend time with each other, not worrying about all of these things, you know. Yeah, because eventually when you reach there, I feel like once you reach there, you're gonna be like, oh, this is great, we finally made it, and then what?
yeah,
You know?
that's true.
And then what? And because if the two of you are just so focused on that goal and you work your asses off and you don't appreciate the moment, right? You in turn, like I feel like the two of you are kind of gonna change individually as people as well, because you don't connect in that way, you know, while you're working your asses off, right? So when you eventually reach to that stage where you can achieve that, there's a disconnect. I feel there will be a disconnect,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna be like, oh, this is not the person I worked this hard to, you know, do all of this with. So
Yeah.
just don't forget to just spend time with each other, honestly.
It's true.
It sounds like a tough
It's a tough situation to be in.
man. Damn. I empathize.
Yeah.
I empathize.
sounds really
I'm so
hard.
sorry.
But I do hope you guys get married and you still have a healthy
Yes.
marriage.
Yes. Yeah, wishing you all the best, honestly.
Yeah.
Wishing you all the best, seriously. Fuck. Okay, that's the end of the episode, y'all.
Thank you so much for
real.
tuning in. We're going to read the rest of the responses the next time. Don't forget to keep sending them in.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's 43.
Y'all have to be a little bit patient with us, yeah, because like we can only churn out so many episodes.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of you like submitted, and like y'all have to just wait a little bit longer, okay, if we didn't read yours in this episode.
Yeah. But we
Okay.
received them. Don't worry.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you.
Buy us coffee.
Yes. Don't forget about that if you want to keep seeing the Oatmilk lesbians.
Okay, we'll see you in the next episode.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye. Fuck, I love this episode.
Yeah, it
It's fun.
it was really good.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume the next episode we're only gonna read 2 or 3 lah, max.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, the next one is damn long, yeah.
What
The rest are fucking long, yeah.
What? Wait, oh, it's the whole page.
Yes, and it stretches to the next page also.
I'm a victim to lesbians.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
Yes.
What the fuck? So we just scratched the surface only?
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
everything is so damn long.
Yes. Yeah, you see, this is the thing lah. So you realize all the stories became longer after we said be more detailed. So we brought this on ourselves. But actually, it's good if they are detailed. If not, we'll be like randomly giving stupid advice to things that doesn't relate to them.
That's true.
Okay.
Oh my god.